Hello guys, and welcome to the Book of Unwritten Tales, a game you've probably not heard of. Unless you, well, directly sought for this, then yeah, you've probably heard of it. Wow, that's a bad intro, but this has been, well, this is an adventure game that I've been pointed to by actually quite a couple of you guys. Quite a couple, I'm not even sure if that's correct, but yeah, several people have pointed me towards this game. It recently only released in English, whereas it was all German before. This is made by a small indie studio, King Art Games, which you just saw the logo of. And, well, they're based in Germany. And, you know, adventure games are big in Germany, which a lot of people don't seem to know. But yeah, they had been working on a translation for this for a long time. And they've had several release dates, and they just kind of seem to vanish. And then, well, here it is. And you know, I played a demo of it, and I watched some of the German one because I can somewhat understand it. And yeah, it seemed really good. I'm really interested by this. It's getting very good reviews on the adventure gaming sites, gaming reviewing sites, I guess. And it is a bit of a slow starter, so keep that in mind. It is also incredibly long, I'm told. So this is going to be a very lengthy one, which is very interesting for an adventure game, I must say. But yeah, let's just get in there. I've actually not watched the opening cutscene at all. I just skipped it because I want this all to be new and fresh. So let's get going. That's been a good lengthy intro already. Yeah, chapter 1. That seems like a good start. Good point.
Our world is at war. Only the old can remember a time without fear, without bloodshed. Defeat followed victory. Victory followed defeat. No one could gain the decisive advantage. Only now is there an end in sight. Who would ever have thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to put an end to this madness? And I didn't find the key to ending the war on one of my expeditions. Not deep in some dark dungeon, nor on the peak of a fiery mountain. No, I found it in an old book. I only hope that luck has not abandoned us. What's happened to Beetle and the Archmage's men? Doesn't he know how...
So then, you're MacGuffin, are you? Archaeologist, adventurer, and future trophy on my mother's living room wall.
And you are Monkus, dastardly son of the Archwitch Mortroga. What do you want from me?
I think you know that. Where is it? We know that your feeble-minded servant was on the way to that damned magical trickster Alistair.
I won't tell you anything.
Take him away. Mother has ways and means of squeezing what we need to know out of him.
After all, what's likely to happen? Oh well, we're several days away from the wildlands. It's just as safe here as in the elf burrow. Oh, them? If it was left up to them, I'd just be spending the whole day...
Really? You hadn't noticed them?
What's going on? No, of course I won't do anything stupid. You're right, we should get help. Quick, back to the elf burrow. Oh boy.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Alright. So you can move Ivo, as apparently her name is, you know, left mouse button. It's basically very tutorializing this. Yeah, let's use a rope.
Huh. One end of the rope is knotted tightly. I could use it to swing onto the other side of the leg.
Well, do it then. Yep. I must say, I really don't like her her character model. Just, I don't know. Just don't like it. That's also a gripe that most reviewers mentioned, but it apparently gets a lot better. So it's just the beginning bit.
The metal cage is fastened onto the dragon's harness. The old gremlin's in the cage. He hasn't noticed me yet.
Well, speak to him.
Hey, hello, you there?
Who are you?
Am I going to save him? Am I? I mean, she could just say, well, fuck you. I just wanted to fly on this dragon. I don't know. Yeah, who are you?
More interesting to me is who you are and why someone's tried to kidnap you.
Professor MacGuffin's the name. I'm an archaeologist. I've discovered something. Something important.
And they want it?
Oh, yes. You've no idea how much they want it.
So... you don't care, but you're going to free him anyway? How's that wise? No, tell me, what have you discovered?
Let me guess. Your kidnappers up there want to use your knowledge to achieve world domination?
You may scoff, but they would have to skin me before I tell them what I know.
Okay then, I'll release you and let you mortals carry on playing at war.
No! We've got no time to lose. You must take this ring. Take it to the Archmage Alistair in the town of Seastone on the coast. He will send someone to my house. The book that describes where it is hidden is there in my secret cellar. He must get it to safety.
And what about you?
I will win you as much time as I can. I can endure torture for hours, days if need be. The pain, the humiliation, the agony of body and soul.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah.
Perhaps I should just release you and we'll do without the pain and death bit.
That would, of course, also be an option. Less dramatic, but if you insist, I could hardly stop you.
How can I get you out of there?
Good question. This cage is well built and the lock won't be easy to deal with.
I could untie the cage and then it would smash when it hits the ground.
Just like my old bones. But it's not a bad idea. On the way to Mortroga's fortress, we'll fly over the White Ridge Mountains. Everything's covered in snow there, and the dragon will fly low over the peaks. We could try it there.
That was a joke. The chances of that working are about 1,000,000 to 1.
I can't see any other way to escape. Fighting is not an option.
Let me see how the cage is fastened.
You do that. I'll be here if you need me.
No idea what's going on here, but I should probably release the old gremlin before we get into enemy territory. We'll have to see how we go after that.
Yeah. So what it hasn't told me yet is that you know, you can hold space to reveal all the items on screen or all the intractable items.
Transport dragons can move great loads, like these barrels, wooden posts, and this big crate. I don't think that this stuff will help me a whole lot.
I love how in this universe they've just tamed dragons and there's, you know, transport and probably war dragons and such. Like that.
This rope fastens the cage to the dragon. I have to undo it if I want to drop the cage onto the mountains. This is too tight. I won't be able to undo this just using my hands, but if I had a knife or a sword, I could perhaps cut the rope.
Yep, if only. So, what about the support strut?
That's the way up onto the dragon's back. I can't reach the support strut.
Well, let's, maybe he knows something.
Hey, MacGuffin.
What is it?
Yeah, I can't open the cage. That's exactly what we want.
The cage has been secured with a thick rope. I can't release it using my bare hands.
Then you'll have to cut through the rope.
Splendid idea, but I don't have a knife.
Then get your hands on one. The kidnappers up there are sure to be armed.
I fear that could be true.
Great.
If I'm going to steal a knife from the kidnappers, then I need to get onto the back of the dragon. There's a support strut there. If I could reach it, I'd be able to pull myself up.
No problem. Here, take this.
A whip?
It's always served me well. You can use it as a rope.
You'll find a whip just as all other objects in the inventory. I like how they put that in quotes. Move the mouse to the bottom edge. You know, it's very classic adventure game at this point. Yeah, what do you know about your kidnappers? Tell me and us about them.
That kidnapper with his troll. Who is he?
The sorcerer. He's called Marcus. He's the son of the Archwitch Mortroga.
The Archwitch? How did she know that you'd made such an important discovery?
Beetle, my servant. I sent him on a secret mission to the Archmage. They must have caught him. Beetle.
So one side is the Archmage, and the other side has the the Archwitch. Clearly, which side is going to be the good and the bad? Can't you tell? I mean, how obvious does it have to be? Yeah, I'll carry on.
I'll just carry on then. You wait here.
How much else he can do?
A bullwhip made of old leather. Looks as if it's seen a lot of action in its time.
Let's not get into that.
What? Yes, I was evil and beastly. Yes, I'll bring him with me, Mother. Yes. I have to go. Why? I'm steering a dragon, remember? You know, I'm not being curt with you. Yes. Good. Yes. I'll see you later. Love you too. Oh, by the gods, how I hate her! Not much longer, Monkus, not much longer. Soon you will have it in your hands. But you have to be careful, Monkus. Mother is mistrustful. She has her agents everywhere. And you are talking to yourself. Better shut up.
There appears to be some truth in the gremlin's story. It's vital that I rescue him. If I remain right here on the outside, then they won't be able to spot me from the driver's cabin.
So, right here, what does that mean? So there's a box, there's a flag, and, well, there's a sword we need, right? So...
I could really do with one of those swords, but I can't reach the stand without the sorcerer seeing me. A thin wooden stick with the flag of the Shadow Army. The stick's been tied loosely to the railing.
Can we somehow break that? The wooden baton? Well, sure. And then probably use that to grab the cutlass there? Because that has a good hold for it.
Got it, and the sorcerer hasn't noticed.
Good.
An old cardboard box. It seems to be some kind of emergency kit if the dragon crash lands.